Hey guys, what's up, Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a Kingdom Knights Ezer deck profile. He was a promo that came out in this month's Bushiroad monthly, and so I'm just going to do a quick deck profile on that. So yeah, let's get right into the deck profile. So for Starting Vanguard, we run Starting Legend. Skill is put this card into Soul, discard a card and draw a card. So helps you pile up your drop zone early. Next, you run 4 Kingdom Knights Ezer. He's the main star of the deck. He legions with Kingdom Knights Alfred. His skill is Soul Blast 2, Persona Blast, with him or Alfred. If this card's in Legion, you put the cost, and then you can call a grade 2, 1, and 0 from your deck to your rearguard circles. So it's a +2, which is quite nice. And yeah, it's quite nice. It helps you set up your field, and then he cannot be boosted if his card's in Legion because Alfred, you do get Alfred's skill off. So if you guys don't know what Alfred does, because he's from set 1, skill is this card cannot be boosted, and on your turn, this card gets plus 2,000 power for every royal paladin on your field. So the power does get added to Ezer, or when you attack, because you Legion attack, you add the attack. And then the second skill is Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. Counter lasts 3 to call a grade 2 or below royal paladin unit to your Rearguard Circle. It's a skill that you probably won't use, but if you really need to, you could, or if you have a crap load of extra counter blast, you can probably use it. So it's always there, but it's a +1, so yeah, you can combo with this to get a +3, but I don't really recommend it unless you really need to. So yeah, for Alfreds. Next, for the grade 2s, I run 4 Flag Knight Constants. I think his name is Flag Knight Constants. He came in the Daigo starter deck. Skill is when this card attack hits, you may counterblast 2 to superior call a royal paladin unit, a grade 1 or lower royal paladin unit to your deck, and then shuffle. So he's quite nice because it does add pressure, and the pressure is pretty nice because yeah. And as I said before, this deck doesn't use much counterblast unless you want to use Alfred's effect, which I don't recommend. So mainly you're just going to use your counterblast for this card because why not? It's quite nice, especially in an early game when you ride him and you have an extra. If you have 2 counterblast, your opponent probably won't guard, so you might just get a easy +1 off that. Or another thing you can do is just call him direct to a rearguard circle if you have 2 open counterblasts early game and then attack with this. So you can force some cards out of your opponent's hand early game, which is nice because this deck does run 12 crit. So later on you'll be forming pretty big numbers. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say about that card. Next, we run 4 of the 12k attackers if you're in Legion. Since you don't have an Alfred card that gives you plus 3k when it's a 9k +3, you're going to run a 8k +4, which is pretty much the same thing. So yeah, there's not much else to say about that. You'll see why I run these later on. Normally, I wouldn't, because I don't really like writing an 8k base on grade 2. But in this case, I think it's fine because he's actually needed in the deck. And I'll show you guys why later. For grade 2s, we run 2 Blaster Blade Spirit. And the reason I run this card is because you can Superior Call him, with his effect. And then you can do countless 1 to retire something. So you can actually +3 off that, off his effect. Yeah, so you can do that. And if you ride into him early game, it's not bad because he does have a 10k base, so not bad, not bad. And I run 1 Gallatin because I do want to have a attacker permanently on the field, and if I only have if I run 3 Blaster Blade Spirits, then my opponent can just pick him off really easily with a really weak attack, like an attack that normally wouldn't have went through. So, yep, there's that. Great ones we run for Lake Maiden, because Lake Maiden is a card that helps you speed up putting stuff in your drop zone, and you can put him behind your Vanguard, or put her behind your Vanguard, sorry, and just tap her to, or rest her to discard card, draw a card, which might be handy if you have cards that you don't need in your hand. Next, I run to Rengull. I think his name is Rengull. His skill is when this card's called from the deck, it gets +3k. So he's a temporary 10k booster, which is not as good as the next card I'm running, but I'm still going to run this because it does put out some pressure. For example, if you manage to get a hit off Constance early on, and your opponent's grade 2, you might call this on the side and attack with it, because it'll be 10k, and just move him backwards afterwards. Because if you need a booster, then you can do that. Next, I run 4 Toy Poogle. When you have two or more grade 3s on your field, this card gets +3k. So since you're being Legion, you'll have 3k, or 2 grade 3s. So he'll be a 9k booster pretty much permanently. Which is why, again, back to the reason why I run the +4k when he attacks when you're in Legion. Because 12k, 21k is quite nice. It does hit a magic number. So this is actually one of the main win conditions in this deck. Just beat your face down by superior calling a bunch of units early game. And then next run 3 Pro Guards and 1 Quintet Wall. 1 Quintet Wall is just in case you don't have the early drop zone. Later on, you don't want to use this, because this deck does blow through quickly, since you'll be superior calling and stuff. And it's the main reason why I don't run draw triggers, which you will see in my trigger lineup. So again, run 12 crit and 4 heal. I run a lot of crits in most of my decks now, since it's nice to kill your opponent fast, since they will be able to recycle kill triggers. And for this deck, a lot of times you'll only be legioning once, because of the fact that you will be persona lasting. So it's not a too great of an idea to re-ride, since you'll have less and less copies every time you do that for the persona boss. Of course, there are some exceptions when you do that. For example, if you really want to, you could shuffle copies of them back in the deck, but I don't really recommend doing so. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck. It's pretty good. It's a pretty fun deck. For some of you who have been asking me why I have not been making any competitive decks lately, it's because there's nothing. Everything I made is I already showed you. For example, my Dragnewt Dauntless Drive deck, that was something I used in a tournament. My Yggdrasil deck was something I used in a tournament. my secret. Oh, I guess I could. Actually, no, they kind of nerfed it. Yeah, so I was gonna show you guys my Sing Abyss deck, but they banned it now. You can't make a Sing Abyss deck anymore competitively. So there's no point in me making that deck for you guys. So you just have to wait for me in the next couple of days when. Yeah, actually, I'll be getting my my movie boosters tomorrow, so then I'll be able to you know, make some competitive decks, because I do want to make Blaster Joker, and I do want to make a Alfred Singsaver deck, and I do want to make a Overlord the buff deck. He's a buff ass Overlord. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Cardtaku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!